time for the main event of the evening, the non-sanctioned, apparently, cage match between Swerve Strickland and Hangnail Page. And Swerve had something. And we said that. He's got something. The people were starting to like him. And then, as soon as they really liked him, they stuck Page in this thing and delayed Swerve getting the belt until the people didn't like Swerve as much anymore. If he wanted to outdo all the bad outlaw wrestling that's been on this program, he did. But that just showed us again that a guy that people were starting to like, Swerve Strickland. What do you fans think of it? Well, he's a fucking idiot. He's really fucking stupid. He's a goddamn goof, is what he is. That's what they now think, because they got to see it on live television. Here's another, and by the way, the reason why they had all this garbage in the ring was because before the cage lowered, they jump-started and got in a fight, and Nana slid in a table and chairs and some kind of toolbox and all this other stuff before the cage lowered, and the bell rang to start the match. No disqualification, it's not lazy booking, no booking. Just let two idiots figure out what they want to do. So, they pulled a staple gun out of the toolbox. Hangnail did, and starts stapling Swerve, and Swerve laughs at him and stands there and lets him do it. Okay, logically, number one, you couldn't beat anybody with a staple gun unless you used it like brass knuckles and hit them in the face with it.
Right, why wouldn't you use it like that? It's a metal thing. It would really hurt someone.
Because these fucking never-been-fucked, virgin, neck-bearded, basement-dwelling, video-game-playing, wrestling, indie outlaw fucking nerds think it's a show of toughness if you let somebody shoot you in the titty with a staple gun and laugh at them. No, it's an example of stupid. You're a stupid, stupid, stupid person is what you are. So then Swerve lets him staple him and then takes it away and staples Hangnail. And they're real staples because you can see them. So anyway, again, you can't beat anybody in a fight that way. And nobody in a real fight's going to stand there and let you staple them. Because they're not fucking idiots. They're wanting to kick the shit out of you. So then Swerve staples pictures of his family to Page's face. And this right here and this kind of shit is why indie wrestling has killed the business. And the WWE may make money at it, but it's hard for anybody to take any of it seriously anymore after stupid shit. Why would you want to watch this? Why would you cheer for either the pitcher or the catcher in this situation?
Or pitcher or hitter, I think, would be. But I actually think this is one of the most unenjoyable matches I've ever seen.
But it's just so it's the same thing as the thumbtacks. How are you going to win a fight? Or the Legos? It's because these fucking goofs say, oh, it would hurt if you stepped on that barefoot. What kind of fucking pussies are you? Jesus Christ. I'd rather see somebody attempt to murder somebody by suffocating them than staple them with a goddamn... Because at least if you suffocate a motherfucker, he'll be out of your way. If you staple him with a staple gun, what's that going to do? And if a motherfucker staples me with a staple gun and I don't take a stick and beat his brains in, then I'm mad at myself.
Now, while all this is happening, it's important to note the crowd wasn't really making a lot of noise.
Well, no. Only on the various murders or when a new object was revealed.
There was tons of silence in between, and then that carried over to the commentating, which was awful. When the crowd would go silent, sometimes they ran out. There were four of them there. They ran out of something to say.
Yeah, and then or they do the golf thing. We can't believe what we're seeing. And they both got color, Swerve and Page, and then the referee actually stopped Hangnail at one time from using a chair, and they booed the referee for stopping the heel from nominally bashing the brains in of the nominal babyface with the fucking chair. And then they did more chair shots. And then the cinder block thing. And Swerve got hit his double stomp finish on Page through a table, got a 2 count. Page got a spike of burnt wood from Swerve's house and stabbed him in the face with it about 5 times.
Yeah, what the hell was that? All of a sudden I'm watching and he pulls that out and they go, that's from the house. What?
Well, it had to be because it was a spike, a wooden spike that had been partially burned. So where else? That's the only burned piece of wood in the world is from Swerve's house.
So lame.
And when the power bomb on the cinder block came, I said they both deserve career-ending injuries. Because why? Why would you do? Almost impossible to tolerate watching this, both ridiculously phony and really dangerous at the same time. Hangnail gave Swerve a power bomb off the top rope, followed by a dead eye for a 2 count. Page hit Swerve with more chair shots. Swerve started laughing at him. And then Page got him down and pulled Swerve's false teeth out. Apparently, I thought he had gotten gold crowns. Because whenever he smiles, he's got the gold teeth, right? They're fake fucking teeth. He pulled them out. And I thought they were going to do the Eddie Graham Boris Malenko thing because you saw him laying on the goddamn mat. I thought Page was going to stomp him. Right? They sold out Florida for 2 years in the 60s when Graham stomped Malenko's fucking teeth. But no, he took the teeth out so that he could go back to the toolkit or wherever they were getting this shit. And he got a hypodermic needle and came and he's taken the top off, and I'm thinking, my God, the really basement-dwelling Ring of Honor fans back about 15 years ago got pissed at me when I had the Kings of Wrestling beat the Briscoe brothers with ether. And now they pulled out the old hypodermic. But anyway, he didn't stick the hypodermic needle in his vein or in his arm because it didn't have anything in it. They couldn't even come up with goddamn propofol and shoot him up with they just took the hypodermic needle and Page grabbed Swerve's face and stuck it in his mouth into his cheek from the inside of his mouth out. And then there is Swerve on his knees. He let him go and he's on his knees.
Hello, Moto.
Dang it.
And they got a close-up of him, and he's got the goddamn hypodermic needle in his mouth, sticking in his cheek, and he's not trying to pull it out. Then Page takes a chair and hammers him over, and they missed the chair shot with the camera. They went wide, and it was in the cage. You couldn't even see what he did. But he fucking horse collars him with the chair over the top of the head. That's why I said I believe they may have loosened up the screws on the seat so it would flop back and forth easier, but it's still a fucking chair. And boom, his head goes through the chair, and the referee calls for the bell. Winner by knockout. There have been people in these goddamn cage matches in this company that would be down selling for 2 fucking minutes. But this guy gets hit over the head with a chair, and the referee, oh, fuck it. But he did have a needle sticking in his face. What the fuck? That was the finish. This kind of shit makes wrestling not only look phony and fake and stupid, but trashy and low class. It makes it look like it appeals to the same kind of people, like I said earlier, that like the fucking insane clown posse. It runs off advertisers. It potentially gets heat with TV partners. Every normal fucking wrestling fan is like, what the fuck?
Yeah, see, there's the big thing. Even beyond everything else that's significant, TV partners, advertisers, I don't think this match is a turn on the fans.
No.
This match speaks to the smallest minority of fringe fans in wrestling, and this was one of the worst things this is one of the worst matches I've ever seen in my entire life.
This is like if you gave Ian Rotten $1 billion. Some trashy motherfucker that exists on the periphery of trailer parks and trying to run carny bullshit hardcore shows in roller rinks and skirt the law and the authorities and put himself on top and cut his head in front of people to show how tough he is when he's a big, fat, bulbous fucking sack of shit that looks like one of those things they used to pour sand in the ass of so they teeter-totter. Right? That's the kind of fucking people that run the garbage hardcore wrestling shows. The trash up in Jersey, whether it's Combat Zone or Garbage Championship Wrestling, you see the owners of these companies, they should be on probation for something. They should be on a goddamn government list of some kind to keep an eye on them. Or the blood-borne diseases they're spreading around. This is what AEW is going for, because that's the mentality. These fucking wrestlers that Tony's got on this roster, 90% of them have never been in a fucking real competition of anything. 95% of them never been in a fight with anybody. But they've got, I'm somebody, look at me. I cut my head. I had a needle stuck in my face. Look how tough I am. Fuck you, I've known tough people. You ain't tough people, especially Paige. Swerve Mike can go a little bit. Paige is a goddamn big pussy. He is a gaping, giant vagina.